Welcome, everyone, to another Friday with the Other Show where we talk about comics and anything you can find in a garage sale. What's going on, guys?
What's up?
We got Dom Tober, the Enforcer, Joe's Dueling, Production and Chief Manager, and Red 5 with his fucking 37 submissions to CGC, you bastard.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just don't have 38. 37 just has to do
You
it.
can just send 40? We get an even 40?
Sometimes.
I tried. I was going through them. A lot of them weren't 9/8, so I just took them out of the pile.
Oh, nice. This is your first submission in a long time.
Yeah. Sorry, I just woke up.
So did I, like a half hour ago.
Was taking a nappy nap.
Nice. I was freaking out about the day. You were sleeping. Nice. Nice.
Oh, you wearing your shirt you got last week?
Yes, I did. Yep.
Nice.
Day of the Dead Boba Fett.
My stupid camera's all screwed up. There we go. Now that focus.
Let's just get right into it. Get into the news. So. Yeah. First up, we have weekend box office forecast. Five Nights at Freddy's is projected to make 65 to 85
can't
million this
believe that.
weekend. Taylor Swift Eras Tour, another 14.6.
That I
Pillars of the
believe.
Moon, 12.5. After Death, 5.7. I have no idea what that is. And Paw Patrol holding on at 3 million.
I'm amazed Five Nights at Freddy's did that because they launched it on Peacock as well, so it's free on Peacock.
Yeah.
So I guess for a scary movie, people like to see scary movies in theaters with all the jump scares.
You know, I gotta have to watch it. I wonder how scary a PG-13 movie can be.
It's
It
on
has no rated
Peacock?
R cut.
Yeah,
Yeah.
day and day Peacock.
Wow.
There's no
That'd
rated
be
R
amazing.
version, they said.
What was that, Dom?
There's no rated R version, they said.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Usually they have
my
rated
kids
R.
used to play the video game and always had all the jump scares in
Nah.
it and stuff like
I never
that.
played that game. I don't
which
care.
is- Well, because you're a grown ass man. That's why.
Grown ass men freaking collecting toys and comic books. What are you talking about?
Oh, jeez.
Come
You're
on.
starting Dom up early.
You know?
It's supposed to be the mellow show for him.
The Mellow Show, please.
You're pulling a weight seeker right now.
Yeah.
Let's say hi before. Hey, Kyle, I will never pay a penny for a DC product with Gunn's name attached. Dead on arrival.
Man.
Isaac, hey guys, so how are you doing? What did Mrs. James Gunn do this time? BK, am I in time for the Lopez segment? Hey, Necry, what's up, buddy?
There you go.
Had a great show with him.
I'll pretend. I'll pretend I'm Lopez. There you go.
If you haven't checked out Necron's channel, please check it out. His Witching Hour, where he plays some freaking hardcore metal, is amazing. Plays it like 3-4 hours. Just hard metal if you just want to unwind.
I want to just destroy walls.
Yeah, it's your type of channel then.
Here we go.
Hey, Qatar, new to the channel, welcome. But you know, I just don't understand why people go see this in the movies if it's streaming on Peacock.
The only thing I can think of is it's Halloween weekend. People want to see a scary movie, so maybe it draws some of the teens, some of the younger teens out.
Yeah.
There's some good scary stuff on Netflix.
Maybe
right now.
someone wants to pop a hole in the bottom of the popcorn and have a good weekend with friends.
Nice.
The only thing that'll scare me right now is watching a Taylor Swift movie with Swift.
Yo, she's a billionaire. Leave her alone.
Yeah.
What?
She's
Billionaires
saving
can't
all
talk about-
media. She's saving all media and industry.
Why
She's
is everybody
saving the music
Taylor Swift, man?
industry, the football
listen,
industry.
I'm very
The
impressed.
theater
with
industry, the movie theater industry.
Listen, I have nothing wrong with that girl, man. She's making money. What? Because she's not up there with the likes of everything else. She's gonna be the number one singer. She's more creative than us, half the goddamn singers out there. Please, and I can name a few.
Oh, here we go. Dom went rants early.
Yeah. Listen, I remember when Freddie Mercury wrote his own music. He didn't have 10 people writing one lyric, one word for people. Come on, man. Leave alone.
Freddie who?
Burt Bacharach made a pretty good living off of writing music for other people.
The Red 5, if you say anything bad against Freddie Mercury, you will be exiting stage left, buddy.
Freddie Mercury, man,
he was a genius.
Artist, yes. Yes, he
You'll
was.
be under pressure.
Listen, I can tell you this. Get your first appearance at Dazzler, because that book's going to shoot up when Taylor Swift shows up.
You're about 5 to 10 weeks behind there, Dom.
Nah, don't worry about it. You still get them. I know they're going.
You can still get them. They're a little expensive.
You still get them. Don't worry about it. You got
Now is not the time.
Hey, Jeffrey.
Still has them in it.
Now is not the time to buy that book.
Oh, good times.
If you're watching for the first time, please subscribe to the channel. If not, please like the channel and please engage in the chat. That's what we're here for, to hang out with you guys, have fun. Next up, Porky Pig and Daffy Duck are gearing up for the big screen in The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie, the first ever fully animated Looney Tunes feature-length film created for a movie theater audience.
Good.
Let me see. They would have to do it without offending anybody, so there you go. It's not going to be good.
Did Looney Tunes really offend anyone?
I'm
Besides
saying,
the early stuff? That was
yeah,
kinda out there.
they're gonna
Tiny Toons was fantastic, and that was completely non-offensive.
Oh, there was some people found offensive in it.
Where?
They found offensive in everything. Anything that was done prior to now, everything was offensive.
I find you offensive, all right?
I know I'm offensive. Thank you.
I'm sure it won't be that great, but I'll give it to him for giving it a try.
El Necron, New South Park had me rolling today. That's right.
The pandering episode.
The Pandaverse came out today.
Let me tell you something. When Bugs Bunny says 2 cents for a bunny and goes out and fills in the Grand Canyon, sells the Indians back New York City.
Oh, whoa.
Yo, that's cartoons, man. Come on.
Coming out of the gate hot. Coming out of the gate hot today.
Holy crap.
Come on.
Did Marco piss in your cereal this morning or something?
No, nah, I'm just saying. Just please. Anything they put out today?
I guess they were offensive.
Well, the originals, because most of them were made in the 40s. I mean, some of them were made during the war and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was the time.
They won't even blow up the earth. Blow up the earth then. Blow it up. Why say it?
All I have to say is Bugs Bunny with Jessica Rabbit before Jessica Rabbit with Jessica Rabbit.
Yes, he was.
He wore it better.
Yeah, but now it's Jason. So don't worry about it.
I think this is a good idea. Reintroduce a whole new generation to the Looney Tunes cartoons.
Most kids today don't even know who they are.
I wonder who's doing the voices. You can't replace Mel Blanc. Mel Blanc was.
Yes, I was.
Don was done before today, making him offensive. I think Dom needs a nice cool shower, sit in front of a TV,
nice
relax,
cup of chamomile tea,
watch some Golden Girls.
There's no place I'd rather be with you guys.
Oh,
guided breathing.
Yeah.
You need to get out more if you want to hang out with us. Next up, The Sumerian 2 is in the works at Amazon MGM.
Worst, biggest pile of shit movie.
But you see, they're making a sequel for the worst big pile of shit. Why can't they do it at the Book of Boba Fett? Why can't they make a sequel to the Book of Boba Fett?
Well, they can't make a sequel to every piece of shit that's put on the screen.
But the Book of Boba Fett was better than this.
I like Boba Fett. I don't know. I don't understand the complaints about Boba Fett.
Boba Fett was good.
They turned Book of Boba Fett into a geriatric who wanted to be a crime lord but not be a crime lord. It had some issues.
There were some good scenes. I'll be honest, but if they can go back and make a sequel that makes it even better and make it better and fix them,
Wait,
Then I'll
the
take that.
agent?
Plus a bunch of filler episodes didn't help
What you
either.
gonna say,
Yeah.
Red?
Nothing. I was thinking of going back to bed.
I don't know. I think I didn't watch it. It just didn't.
I
Didn't
did.
catch. It didn't catch
was-
my eye to watch it.
It was
or-
just. It was one of those ones where it was just like it was really badly. It was really poorly acted. It felt cheap, and it was utterly predictable.
Yeah,
And that's 3 strikes for me. I mean, I watched it because I love Sly, and I will support Sly no matter how shitty his movies are.
Well,
Because
you know what?
I'm
the
sorry
man
for
still
that.
did the original Rocky and First Blood. So
Once
He
you
didn't
play a
talk
garbage
really.
man,
I'm ride or die.
so
Stop
once you play a
with my bubble
garbage
shoot.
man and become a superhero as a garbage man, then you got a problem.
Dom, go to the casting call for Samaria.
Yes.
It looks like a cheap Unbreakable knockoff.
It's really not good. I wanted it to be good because I was like, oh, this is something to watch. And I really love Tulsa King. I'm like, it's not like Sly has lost it. Tulsa King was a great show.
Did he have it?
No, he didn't have it in this. He
What was it? What's the name of the other show? Silicon Valley was what he does.
Tulsa
The,
King.
What's the one called? The
Tulsa King.
Necron. Boba Fett dancing with sand people finding his inner peace. That's what I want in Boba Fett series.
Well, look, I didn't mind the fact that he was with the tribe, that he got with the tribe. I thought that was a pretty cool next step in his evolution. But the fact is that just the way it was done, and I'm telling you, I could have fucking done this shit better in a freaking 10-minute series.
The show had a lot of pacing issues. It had a lot of filler.
It did.
And the CGI was awful. There were just a lot of issues with it.
Boba Fett forgot him being a bounty hunter.
Yep.
You forgot a lot of things.
All right, next up. Andrew Manuel Soto confirms he had discussions with James Gunn about Jaime's future in the DCU. Yeah, we have had conversations about it, and that's where he mentioned it to me about the Booster Gold TV show that's coming up. Now, where does it fit? How is it going to play out? We haven't talked about that, but we both have talked about our interest in continuing Jaime's story and finding a way for that story to be part of his new universe.
Okay, remember this story when we talk about Gunn in a little bit.
5 years down the road, remember this story.
No, it plays into one issue I have with Gunn.
You know, I've always liked Booster Gold, and he was a
Ted.
funny character in the 80s, 90s.
With Ted Cord.
Yeah. And I am a big fan of Jaime Reyes, as you guys know. And I love the movie.
I like Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle was a good movie. Unfortunately, it came out at the wrong time.
I didn't watch it yet either.
So far, Star Wars Disney Plus series, my favorites are Andor and The Mandalorian.
Yeah, Andor. and
Andor was
Mandalorian season 1 and
fantastic.
2. That's it.
I like Mando season 1. That's where I'm gonna just
I like
stay
2
with that
better because
conversation.
Boba Fett came back, and at least they made him badass in that. But then they fucking I don't know what the fuck they were. I'm pissed off.
I didn't mind season 2. I just season 1 of Mando was a very good kind of lone wolf and cub story. I thought they carried it through well. It was well paced. You had a lot of interesting kind of little one-off stories and adventures with
And
them
new
together.
people, new things. And
But once Filoni decided he wants to build this huge Mandoverse of overarching things, you just get these super long story arcs where the shows basically become trailers for the next season or the next show, and it just kind of bores me a bit.
Yeah. Next up, the new Ultimate Spider-Man series will star an older version of Peter Parker who is married to Mary Jane, and the couple will have 2 children. This has to be the worst one ever.
Those children seem to have taken their toll on old Peter there.
you know what? Not for anything. I think
It's a little rough.
interesting him getting the powers older, kind of a different take. I actually, I'm intrigued by it. You know, so his kid's only super powered. He's the only one, and you know what? It might be a fresh take on Peter Parker and Spider-Man, because of all the shit that's been going on in the series. You got 90 million Spider-Mans running all over the place, and no one's unique anymore. He's not unique. He's this. He's that. So he's older now. I think there's a better. It might be a good story.
Yeah, the Ultimates are fun. You could throw out whatever the hell they want in there and make it interesting.
Is this the original Ultimate Spider-Man?
I don't know.
I thought they were just bringing back an alternate, Ultimate universe, but not the old Ultimate.
No, I think they're going to bring back the same Ultimate universe, but now it seems like it's different.
MJ looks like she was rode hard and put away.
Oh yeah,
that's just the freckles.
This used to be called "What If One and Done." You know, I thought
Spider Sense has multiple uses.
The Ultimate Spider-Man was what, high school age when they discontinued
when he got killed, he died.
They got killed. They brought him back.
Yeah.
You know, but he's been a teenager in freaking goddamn Marvel Comics for the longest goddamn time. You know, he's in college now.
I think
but
they
now he's in his
said
30s.
I think they said he was 26, 27 in the MCU.
I don't know.
Somewhere around there. I mean, not the MCU, the 616 universe.
In real life, he should be 70 years old.
Well,
yeah.
A lot of superheroes should be a lot older than they are, but
yeah.
Hey, how long has Bart Simpson been 10 years old? All right.
Hey,
wow. I'll pick it up.
What superpowers does Batman have that's keeping him young?
Yeah, true. He was in the 40s, man. So
money.
Yeah,
money. Exactly.
Adrenochrome.
Power of money. Yep.
Lord of Brooklyn. The late Keith Giffen made Booster Gold. Catal, Dan Jurgens created Booster Gold. Catal, the essence of Booster Gold came under Giffen and his Justice League stories. It is the same with Joe Kelly creating Essential Deadpool, even though Liefeld is the creator. Oof, back and forth.
Shots fired.
Deadpool sucks. Just saying. I'm looking forward to the Ultimate Universe. The only one I'm not looking forward to is Ultimate X-Men, written by Momoko.
Ah, but you know what? Everybody's gonna have their own individual book, so that means
you didn't like any of the Demon Day stuff.
No,
that's fair. It's an acquired taste.
Yeah, I think it's Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate X-Men, and Ultimate Black Panther.
Yeah, where's Ultimate Wolverine coming soon? His own
Why?
book. They're gonna make his own book, guaranteed.
He doesn't need his own book.
Look, you got 16 fucking Spider-Man titles now. You got another one now.
It's only 12. All right.
I just want
Mr.
Ultimate D-Man.
Yeah.
Ultimate
D-Man.
D-Man. We need an Ultimate D-Man in this universe.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
I'm looking for new and exciting stories with Peter that they afraid to do in the regular timeline. Morons. Deadpool 3 director Sean Levy says that Taylor Swift as Dazzler sounds like a great idea. At this point, I'll be surprised if Taylor Swift isn't in Deadpool 3. I mean, you gotta admit, she really does look the part, right?
They were all hanging out yesterday.
Yeah,
The director and Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds and
Yeah.
they were all.
I find it amusing that everyone seems to forget that Dazzler was already in an X-Men movie.
Yeah, it sucked though.
You know, I just thought people troll people all over the place.
You know who I'd rather see play Dazzler? You know, Haley Williams from Paramore.
Yep.
That would be a good cast.
She'd be a good Dazzler.
Either way, I mean, does anyone really think if Dazzler is in the movie, it's going to be any more than a few second cameo and a couple throwaway lines real fast?
Yep.
Nah.
But then it'd be her way of making her way to get her own movie down the road.
No.
She can go. If she wants to make a movie, she can make a fucking movie about whatever the hell she wants. She has enough money. She can go produce it her damn self without any problems.
I think she's a little too old to be playing Dazzler
Why?
for MCU for 10 years.
Why? She's 37 years old, so she'll be 40
Who's
years
gonna?
old.
But there's no way she's. Look, all these throwaway characters they have all the time. She could literally be in the movie for 45 seconds, never be used again, and that's fine. That's all. I mean, that's what Deadpool 3 is. It's a gimmick fucking movie anyway. They're gonna throw 8 million fucking faces and people all over the place. I mean, we didn't see Brad Pitt again. You know, it's gonna be one of those, which is fine. That's what it should be used for.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's thinking, geez, how's she gonna fit into the MCU or the X-Men universe when they start doing all the X-Men movies?
Dom is.
No,
Well, that's when Dom will try to be unloading those Dazzler books he bought at the peak.
I know. I didn't give two shits.
That's what
Listen,
I
I can tell you this. Maybe
I
it's
should
a-
give away that Dazzler graphic novel I have. What was it? What's the name of that? Dazzler the movie or whatever it's called. A giant size freaking book
Yeah.
thing.
What?
The Dazzler, the graphic novel from the 80s.
Oh, the Marvel graphic novel.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know,
I
I
have
can
no
see
room- I have no
maybe
room for that.
she's the Dazzler for that universe, and then they'll have a new Dazzler.
Hey, bro, good. What's up, buddy?
Nobody needs a nobody's really
you don't want to see
torn
80s
and
rock and
pounding
80s
at the
Rolling
wall
blades?
to get more Dazzler stories.
I
I loved
wanna see a
Exterminators.
fight
If they did an Exterminators like the most recent run with Carlos Gomez,
There are
I'd be very happy with
There
Boom
are-
Boom.
40 to 50 X-Men I would rather see before I see Dazzler.
Nah.
You don't want to see roller skates? Come on, man.
What?
Or in roller skates in booty shorts?
Like I said, I think it would be great to have her in there as a throwaway 45-second cameo. People will love it. People will go see the movie just for that 45-second cameo.
All the Swifties will go
And then
there.
it's done.
You know, you guys want good movies, but then you want to cast a singer that can't act. Come on.
How do you
For
know
a
she can't
Deadpool
act?
movie, though.
If
It's a
she could
Deadpool
act,
movie.
she would have been in movies already.
But it's a Deadpool movie. It's about silly cameos and breaking
Listen,
breaking
there are
the
9
fourth
million people
wall.
that
And,
can't act in movies, man, and they're doing it.
like I said, I'm not looking for her to be some type of pivotal character. It's going to be just a silly cameo, and that's fine. That's what Deadpool is. It's filled with silly cameos.
I hope she's the main character.
Oh, jeez.
They kill off Wolverine.
I think that would be hilarious.
Yeah, they kill off Wolverine, and she's the.
They kill off Deadpool in the first scene, and yeah.
Rob Reithoff comes out and says,
Although she's the first one to die. God.
It'd be funnier if they brought her in as Gwenpool.
Before we get into the main topic of the night, you guys want to show off anything?
I got some sexual covers that came in.
So what?
They're a little sexual. The covers.
Oh, those type of
we
covers.
got Joey's boobies.
If you have any kids in the room, please put them in another room, please.
Gaslighter 6, Nightmare Machine.
Ooh.
Nice.
That's cool. Is that Kickstarter?
Yeah.
I think I know that girl.
I got some great Fearless Dawn, some Steve Mannion stuff.
That's
Nice.
cool.
Nice.
That's a great one.
What's that cover?
His stuff is great.
I've seen that before.
That's cool.
Yeah. The Fearless Dawn one's out. And then today it just came in the mail. I was very, very happy. Let's see. We got number 1,
Nice.
Nice.
2, 3,
Some of those covers.
4.
Have you read that?
Yeah, I've read through them a bit. They're funny. They're pretty thick. I mean, I think they're about 60 pages.
What are they?
I forget whether it's a 60 or 78
anthologies
pager.
of horror stories, or what is?
That's
I
Jay
haven't read
Stevens. It's kind of cartoony, kind of horror comedy type stuff. And I got a Jay Stevens sign print.
Nice.
Nice.
Anybody else?
You want to go next? Or I go. Here we go.
Do you have anything else, Joe? And that's it.
That's it for now, I guess.
All right.
I'll show some albums when we talk about vinyl.
All right.
We got some. Yeah, this came in the mail
What you get? What you get?
Let me open it up. So I ordered one of those 9 million variants in Transformers. Get a chance to find one, you pick it up, and you get it. Not the damn thing open. They tape this thing like it's childproof.
This is why you pre-open it before the show.
Yeah,
I
way to
did.
be prepared.
I took it out of the box.
You're supposed to make them. You're supposed to have it all cut up so that it looks like you're opening it, but it's really already opened.
But this thing
It's
is
the
like
movie magic.
I know.
You're the guy that comes into the store to buy a new phone without having backed up your contacts, right? Can you do this for me?
Can you set my voicemail?
I got it. Finally.
I don't know the password of my email. My wife does.
How do I get to the internet on this phone?
Hey. No, I got it out of the car. It was in its freaking goddamn extra bag. I don't know. So I'm going to pick up this Transformer. It's pretty cool. Starscream cover.
Ooh,
Oh, nice.
I like that. That was an exclusive?
Yeah.
What
This is
store?
from, the Comic Mint.
Oh, what are like 40 covers for that Transformers?
I don't know.
Jeez.
And I was going through stuff and I came across this. I found this. I got this a while back ago.
Oh, is that the Four Color Customs or
Four
whatever?
Color Creations.
Yeah.
And they made the first appearance of Boba Fett for me.
Sweet.
Those are nice. That guy does not. The guy does nice work. Those are kind
Yeah,
of
he
fun.
does.
If there's a cover you really like.
And I got this really cool thing in the mail. A Target magazine with all the toys.
Oh, this fucking guy.
Yeah.
I'll be at Target tomorrow. They're supposed to reload those Locana cards next week in stores.
Which
Yeah,
one?
good
Oh,
luck.
really?
Don't tell
Locana.
anyone. Shh.
You're not going to find any. Lorcana.
The Disney Locana cards.
Oh, the
You
Disney
know
cards?
these things.
You'll never find them unless
Those
you camp
cards?
out.
Waste
Yeah.
of money.
Disney cards.
Waste of money. Just give me all the stitches. Give me all the other stitches. That's all I want.
You got anything red? Alright.
Yeah, I got 2 books.
There you go. Oh, go ahead.
I just got these.
Ooh.
Nice.
First cable,
First-
first Sabretooth. Nice.
Yep. Picked them up last night actually. So
Nice.
trying to
Are they minty?
they will be.
Oh, are you still on the press?
I'm gonna work on them again. Yeah, I picked them up. Just trying to get some of the X-Men keys that I don't have. That's it.
Nice.
I've been run filling. I picked up a little run fill for New Mutants last
I
night.
got a couple of things in the mail.
Of course you did.
Shut up.
45 minutes later.
I got Demon number 6. I love this
Nice.
cover.
That's cool.
Green Lantern number 19.
Very nice.
Nice.
Who did that cover? Is that Gil Kane?
I'm not sure.
It's always hard to tell. Half them bastards put inside the cover.
X-Men 205 newsstand.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Nice.
So that's Barry Windsor Smith, I believe.
X-Men 200 newsstand. Trial of Magneto.
Nice.
That's nice.
Superboy 171. Dark Strangler of the Seas.
Oh, nice. Oh,
Yeah, I love this cover.
Yeah, that's
Good cover.
nice.
you get it for 15 cents?
Oh, I got it for $3. $2.
Oh, okay.
Invincible Iron Man number 3.
Oh, sharp.
Yeah, really sharp.
Nice.
At $20. So
The fearsome freak.
a little Golden Age shiny foil from DC.
Oh, nice. JSA.
Yep.
Nice.
Scotty Young.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, it's fine.
Mind tingling.
Fine, tingling.
Another Scotty. All sensational.
He does a lot of work, like Peach and Mocha, but he does better work than she does.
Amazing Spider-Man 36.
Oh,
Oh,
you
yeah.
bastard.
There you go.
No, I love my Adams.
I got 3 of those coming.
Nice.
Tifa canceled my Lobos She-Hulk order. I get Tifa cancellations all the time on pre-orders.
Red has won this week's haul.
Yeah.
A little Batman and Robin.
Did you have it last time? Did you get that last week?
Shush.
Shush.
I got another one. What do you want?
Oh, another one? Oh, okay.
And then I won a giveaway.
Of course you did.
Came in the mail today. Nort's swimsuit edition, #1.
Oh boy.
There
boy.
you go.
Oh boy. I got a 9.8.
Speaking of
Bad
Lobos.
boy.
Nice.
Nice.
How many
Is that a
entries you
raffle?
put in?
Huh?
How many entries you put in?
2?
That's all that was in it, right? 2?
No,
They
8
don't-
I had 8 spots.
Are they remarking the centerfold on those at all?
Doesn't
No.
look like it. No.
No. Yeah,
I'm wondering if that'll ever be a thing.
I spent $20. $20 to enter, and I won.
Not bad.
That's number 19 of wins this year. Trying to get one more to make it even 20.
Yeah, you got to pay taxes on that. I forget.
Yeah, come tax this over here.
What do you think of that Scotty Young Batman cover?
I ordered all 3 covers. Of course. Come on. Should know
It's
by now.
sharp. Yeah, it was a sharp cover.
And it's his first DC cover, so it's
Yep.
going to have some buzz on it.
Well, hopefully. I don't know. Is it still up? I don't even know if it's still up on this store. I know
Let me check.
the
All the signs.
signed copies of the CGC 9.8s were all sold out like within an hour for
Jeez.
$600.
Hey, people got money to spend like that.
Yeah, true.
I
Yeah, I know some people that buy crappy Star Wars variants.
Hey, listen, I just put a nice $25 freaking reserve on something that's really cool. It's coming out next year. So
What was the name of those nightmare images? I guess he's talking to you, Joe.
Which night? Oh, it's a Nightmare Machine. It's Gaslighters. It's Bad Donut does Kickstarters. So if you go on Kickstarter and look up Gaslighters or Bad Donut comics, you'll find all the Gaslighter stuff that's there.
Nice.
But they got, I mean, these are the cosplay covers, but they frequently put out some pretty decent artist covers as well.
All right. Here we go. The topic of tonight. James Gunn killing the DCU?
That's some clickbait right there.
why?
Well, my reasons for this is there were 4 movies that came out three came out, 1 yet to come. Shazam 2, Flash, Blue Beetle, and Aquaman 2 in December. For some reason or another, he had the need to announce that these movies had nothing to do with his DC universe. Which, in my mind, a lot of people felt that why go see this? Why go see these movies? They're not
Because they're
continuing
fun.
these characters.
Who cares?
A lot of people care. A lot of people cared so much they didn't go see any of these movies. And the box office for 3 of these movies underperformed a lot.
And the problem is for the past 15 years, we've been ingrained with comic book movies where it's like you're going to get this 20 movie super arc of a story, so get used to these characters, and it's very hard to transition from those characters. Either you need a clean break or but yeah, he kind of pissed in the soup he just had to be quiet. He didn't have to say anything. That's my problem with Gunn. Not necessarily that he screwed up the current movies, because they're going to be screwed up anyway. Everyone knows he's rebooting the universe.
Yeah.
It's when he does things like with the Blue Beetle where he lays these seeds out there. It's like, well, maybe we'll use this character and maybe we'll use it. Don't do any of that shit. Just go create your shit, promote your shit when you have it, you know. But all these kind of maybes and this and maybe that, it gets people too riled up.
What do you think, Don?
Well, I just think that yeah, he actually really like those movies that came out. People were looking forward to those movies being part of the new universe, and when he came out and said, I got my own thing happening. They don't count. You know, it kind of like is what's the sense of going to see the movies if they really don't count? But DC people really want their universe to be whole, and that's kind of slap in the face for them, because when those movies came out, people were excited for the Flash and for Shazam and for Blue Beetle, and for him to say that kind of sucks. And even the Batman's not part of it. So everything all going to be new. Everything's going to be separate. It's kind of it's really crazy that they want to separate all these movies, like all these multiverse different things. Same thing with Marvel.
I'm happy with that. That makes me happier than pig and shit.
Joe wants he wants
start doing
independent,
Elseworlds.
one and done.
Elseworlds
Every
is
movie
great.
doesn't need a sequel.
Well, it's great if they do it that way, but who wants to keep going seeing different versions of all these damn characters, and they're connected, they're not connected, they're connected, this and that. Come on, man.
If the movies are good, it shouldn't matter.
No, but if it is good, that's the thing. But don't make
we knew when Gunn, took over, when that these movies weren't going to count.
The Blue Beetle was the last one to not count when he mentioned it, because people thought that was going to kick off the DCU.
Yeah, his wording was really, really wacky on that. This movie's not part of the DCU, but the character is. What? That confused the hell out of people.
So you're going to redo his story in another way, and is it gonna just be part of a team when you bring him back?
I mean, I find it weird. Like, do you really have to talk about the Blue Beetle? I know people like the movie, and that's good. It was a decent movie. I like the character, but there's 8 million goddamn superheroes in the DC universe. You don't have to touch Blue Beetle again for 20 years if you don't want to touch Blue Beetle, and you can still have plenty of stuff to work with. So who gives a shit? Would you have to mention it? No.
Did someone specifically ask him about Blue Beetle? Is it taken out of context? What was he asked when he said that?
No, beginning of what was it, back in March, when he put out that video of him announcing the slate, when he said that Shazam 2 is a great movie on its own. The Flash ends the DCEU. The Blue Beetle is in the DCU, but the movie isn't. Then he said Aquaman is coming out, will be a great movie.
And then we just had the news story in the news section about his discussion with Soto.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's why to me, it's more heartbreaking if you really like that character to get all built up because you hear these little threads of bullshit come out from him or the director or this or that. And then when those things either get canceled or get shelved or put away, it makes people bitter. It's better. That's just not to say anything. And then, if you throw him in, that's great. That would be a great surprise for people that love the character.
Isaac says, I think James Gunn should have waited till after all 4 of these movies came out, and then he could have announced his reboot. I see that.
He could have said
there's really no need to have rushed to make announcements just to sit and wait for two years for a movie to come out.
No, what he should have said was, he should have said, listen, you know what? My vision is not including these movies. I'm gonna. The way he put it out should have been a lot clearer and a lot kinder towards the DCU fans that are out there that are waiting for the DCU to be something.
I think
he's starting with Superman. It's not like he's starting with a Justice League. He's starting with Superman, for God's sakes. It doesn't involve any of these other fucking characters. It doesn't have to. It's starting with Superman.
He started with Creature Commandos.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the animated Creature Commandos, right? Coming on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking forward to that. Then this all his reboot, his announcing stuff came on the heels of Henry Cavill not coming back to the DCU, and a lot of his fans are and still pissed off that he was jerked around by the studio.
Because first, when The Rock said that he was coming back, and they had a whole story, and then all of a sudden it turned out, that's one of the other reasons why it really kicked himself in the ass with that shit.
I don't think Zaslav, Abney, and DeLuca should have gave Cavill hope if they were planning on hiring a new head.
Yeah.
Gunn already rebooted with the Suicide Squad. Flop after flop followed.
Yeah.
I mean, the DCU's been a mess since day one.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why anybody thinks it's going to ever be any different.
And this huge gap, with the strikes and everything else, and just getting more and more of a gap in time doesn't help, because they're just trying to fill the air with something, so people are still talking about it, but
I think
doesn't do much good.
Gunn's biggest problem that he's had, and he just made a year as head of DC Studios, is his engagement on Twitter and social media. A lot of people see that he spends way too much time on social media, blasting scoopers and debunking this, debunking that. Kevin Feige is never on Twitter, never on social media. He lets his work speak for itself.
And Feige doesn't have a haircut like a 14-year-old from 2016.
And there's also one of the biggest complaints is Gunn's wife is always in everything. In the last,
I have no problem with his wife being in stuff. I have problems with his brother being in stuff, because I find his brother utterly untalented.
Nah, Gunn's good in Guardians of the Galaxy. Come on, man.
Did he even talk in that movie?
I will take one Clint Howard over 3,000 Sean Gunns.
No.
We have about a year until Creature Commands. Well, a year until Creature Commands.
Lucky, hopefully a year.
And then 2 years before Legacy comes out. Legacy's supposed to have.
Continues until next year. It took about another 2 years, man. It's ridiculous.
I just want to see the Authority. That's what I want.
A lot of people, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that to me, that looks fun. That looks like that would be something I want to see. It's something different.
You think the DCU was big enough for the Authority and the Justice League?
Oh yeah.
They do it right.
Like I said, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't believe in having to have a shared universe, and you can still have a shared universe and have separate stories that don't have to overlap with the same characters. That's what Marvel got stuck with, because they got stuck with the pandemic. They have this huge story arc where movies have to follow each other because they have this huge story arc, and then you hit some logjam of some clusterfuck, and then next thing you know, Black Widow gets pushed a year and a half, and people are like, "What is going? Well, you have to know that this time was this time, and this." It was just weird.
The problem is doing it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You read any good story, people are going to like it. It'll be critically received well enough.
The scripts are all coming out now because people are writing again. It's just until these actors you get
they
back
were writing the whole time. They're just publishing it now.
It's just in the public eye now.
The writing room was in Gunn's home.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
With the pedophile parties.
Can't say the P word.
Hey.
Not on stream. You
I'm
can type it
sorry.
in chat.
Hey.
Yeah, no, I could care less about the nepotism and stuff like that. Yeah. If he wants to cast his wife, wants to cast his brother, so be it. Who cares? It happens in Hollywood all the time. Hell, half the people we see on screen now are kids of celebrities we grew up with.
Yeah, sure.
Are they doing a Red Sonja movie? Why is that up there?
That's just that Red Sonja cover that's coming out.
It's coming out next week, I believe.
I wish that the idea of a Red Sonja movie seems to have been in development hell for a long time, unfortunately.
Long time. Yep.
Makes me sad.
Rose McGowan was supposed to do it.
That she
Years
went
ago.
crazy.
Oh, she was in that Momoa Conan movie.
Oh, she was.
I believe so.
I still yet to watch that movie.
It's not good, and I love Conan, but it was not very good.
I love Momoa.
Which movie? Conan? Which one?
The Conan movie where Momoa played Conan.
Oh,
It wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't horrible. It was watchable. It wasn't great either.
It wasn't Conan though. Yeah, it was just a
It wa-
barbarian movie, pretty much.
It wasn't Beastmaster.
I just want to see Green Lantern get his time to shine. I agree. We need a good.
well,
Yeah,
God Gardner
Green
comes in
Lantern
with
Lantern.
Everyone's talking about Blue Beetle. You Shaft and Green Lantern.
you get the
You have a whole, you could have stories for the Green Lantern Corps that have absolutely no impact on Earth whatsoever.
We
With
need a
anything.
buddy cop space movie.
Too Far Sector.
Oh, Far Sector.
You got the Green Lanterns, you got the Yellow Lanterns, the Red Lanterns, the Blue Lanterns, the White Lanterns, the Black Lanterns. You got every fucking lantern in the sky. So we have stories for.
It's a lot of stories to tell.
Like I said, they have outs if they want to do stories that don't have to tie to other stuff.
Mhm.
And they can be in shared universes if they want. If they decide they want.
I agree. We
Merge it,
need
they
a
can.
good Hawkman movie.
I would love that.
You know, the Hawkman they had in what was that Legends
Here.
of
Green
Tomorrow?
Arrow.
Yeah, that was man. It was a good character. They had him for what 3 episodes and they killed him off. The only thing I'm interested in DCU is Swamp Thing and Authority.
Yeah, I am interested in Swamp Thing. I'm interested in the whole. I've wanted a Justice League Dark, but then I got mad when I heard J.J. Abrams was attached to it initially, and that's a kiss of fucking death. But
He's gonna
that seemed to fall apart. So, you know, I'm hoping whatever they do with Swamp Thing introduces some of the Justice League Dark into that. I need my Zatanna.
So
Constantine.
Yes, God, I would love Constantine. And they're rebooting they're doing a Constantine mini coming up soon in January, I believe. So
the DCU failed at the appointment of Joss Whedon after the fiasco. It's been downhill. Then with the Snyder Cut, Cavill return, optimism started to rise. Then it all got shot down.
Sounds like just another day at the DCU.
I'll say this: all it takes is one goddamn good movie. All it really takes. You put out one really good movie that everyone's like, "Holy shit, this is good." People forget about all the other dumb shit. They'll be excited about the next thing that comes out, and things will move on just fine.
And then you woke up, and you're like, "Gee, it was all a dream."
But I will say this:
Yep.
if you want good stories, good writing, please go read some of the comics. You'll get stories you want, you love, and no one can ever take them away from you.
Yep. And you can find anything you want, which is even better. Yep. You can find any type of genre, any type of story. It's there.
So you got the feelings on the panel about this. If you're watching on the replay, let us know what you think about James Gunn killing the DCU in the comments. Next up, who reads comics? A comic I read this week that I recommend is Dracula #1.
Yes.
By James Tynion.
So good.
Martin Simmons. Such amazing writing.
So good.
Did not deviate from the story that much. The only problem I had with the book is the art.
Oh, I thought the art was amazing.
Oh, okay.
I like it more than I read it twice. You know, you have Renfield talking to Dr. Seward, you know, after they find the ship with 14 to 15 sailors killed. This, you know, I believe Renfield went to Transylvania as a lawyer, and came back a little mad and nutty and eating bugs and talking about a master. You know, then you have Jonathan Harker and see we're talking about how crazy and must have some type of blood disease. Most of the book you rarely see Dracula. You just have Renfield.
Let me ask you a quick
with
question.
Imaginations. Yeah, go ahead.
Is this a limited series or an ongoing series?
I believe it's a limited series. I don't know. Maybe I'm not sure. I have to check. Well, you know, as Red said, the writing was amazing in this book.
Yeah, I was definitely surprised how good the. Well, I mean, it's Tynion, but I wasn't expecting to be this good as it was.
He always, I mean, he always starts out exceptionally well. He normally carries through a good story, but his starts are always really, really good.
Yeah,
he knows how to set up a story really well.
Oh, look at this. I read Dracula #1. Art was awesome. I'm the only one that didn't like the art. What the hell?
the art was beautiful, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I like it. Feels a little Sandman-y.
Yeah.
You know, he's calling out to Dracula in the cell. Dracula's stalking the streets.
I like the
You
wolf.
know, I did love this scene where he transforms into Dracula and just bites her.
Chomp, chomp.
I thought the transition was awesome. It really showed in the panel. You know, then the book ends with Renfield in Seward's office, and he attacks him, and because he wants his blood to study his blood, and he feels that his blood doesn't belong to him; it belongs to his master, Dracula, of course. And then he shows Dracula awakening in his coffin, and it's the issue. This was such a good read. I am really hoping for next. I am really looking forward to the next issue. I would definitely recommend picking this up and reading this.
Did you see that the next Tynion Gold cover is going to be a Dracula cover?
Yes, and I didn't renew my subscription for this year.
Oh,
no.
I have every other Something's Killing the Children gold foil. I'm so mad. I forgot.
I'm happy to see monsters are getting some traction. Monsters and kaiju and you know, good stuff. It's nice to see stuff other than superheroes getting some spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
With good writing. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And the second printing on this looks really badass.
Yeah.
I want to get a hold of the Lotte cover. I think it was limited to 300.
I put in the Scotty Young cover. The middle cover was amazing, and then this is the one per store.
It's a cool cover too. I like it. Scotty Young, definitely.
Yeah, I saw the gold foil a little while before I went on air. I didn't have time to make another.
Yeah, that Scotty was limited to I think 1,000.
Yeah, I think it's still up on Scotty's site actually.
Yeah.
Was it his store exclusive?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like $25 on the site.
Yeah, I forget who put out the Lotte, but I think the Lotte was limited to 300, and it is gorgeous. But I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for a Tula Lotte cover.
Yeah, she's
So
always
the third one?
No, it's not up here.
No, it's not up.
Oh.
All right.
Did you
Next
read?
up, what happened?
I was gonna ask if you read Howie the Hellhound.
No, I didn't get a chance yet.
No.
How was it?
It was great. It was good.
What?
Yeah, that and Dracula are probably my two favorite books of the week. Yeah, what do you got?
I do love the cover they have for it.
The Tula Lotte is the comic corner, it looks like.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, play at your own risk. Video games that back in the day, Sonic the Hedgehog Pocket Adventures, December 3rd of 1999, for the Neo Geo Pocket Color. So for $34 for the cartridge and $75 for cartridge in box.
Yeah.
Complete in box.
Complete, yeah.
I don't know many people that have the Neo Geo Pocket.
I
Makes
never
me
knew
feel
anybody
old.
with it.
I was already working a type job and out of college by the time that came out. It makes me feel so old.
Shadow the Hedgehog, released November 15th, 2005, for the PlayStation 2, Xbox, and GameCube, sold for $15. Disc, complete in box, $35. You want to pick up some of these older games for your systems? Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Shadow Hedgehog was pretty cool. Next up, Sonic Drift 2, released in March of 1994 for the Game Gear, sold for $25 for the cartridge, complete in box, $34. I love those old Sega boxes.
Yeah.
Next up, Sonic R, released November 18th of 1997 for Sega Saturn and PC. Sold for $46, cartridge, disc. Complete in box, $152.
Didn't realize how many Sonic games there were.
just hundreds of Sonic games, dude.
It's crazy.
Well, Sega
Yeah,
churned
Sega.
out a lot of Sonic stuff.
Yeah, after they gave up the Dreamcast, they turned it to publishing and software.
Yeah, well, they realize there's no money in consoles. The money's in games.
Sonic CD, released September 23rd, 1993 for Sega Genesis, the Mega Drive CD-ROM. I love that add one for the Genesis.
Hey, who has more games, Mario or Sonic?
Sonic.
Yeah.
There's a ton of Sonic games.
So for $25 for the disc, complete in box, $80. Yeah, I remember that bulky attachment. Those things were so horrible. And next up, we have Joe's favorite segment, Final Vibes. First up, the Beatles, Let It Be UK.
Nice.
First
There's that
pressing,
Apple.
sold for $600.
Motherfucker. I had this. I sold it about a little over 20 years ago. I kick myself every day for selling Beatles albums that were pressed on Apple Records.
And this is just a single.
When did this sell?
Within the last 30 days.
Jeez.
Next up,
If you're ever looking at those Beatles albums and you slide it out and you see that apple there on that sticker in the middle, put it in the bin, take it with you.
Beastie Boys autographed She's On It 12-inch, sold for $813.
That seems kind of cheap.
It's the Beastie Boys. They suck.
What?
Don't suck.
Grand Royal was
got
one
it
of the
right.
best freaking magazines
Party.
in the 90s. When they put out Grand Royal magazine, that thing was
Beastie Boys is overrated.
best.
Ever.
I remember when they put out Grand Royal magazine, they had one of the little floppy, it wasn't vinyl, but it was one of the little floppy inserts that was like kind of plasticky that you could play as a single on a record player. It was freaking Biz Markie doing Benny and the Jets. And it was one of the best things I ever got. It was fantastic.
And they put it
love
on
the
their
Beastie Boys.
they put it on their anthology eventually.
Yeah. But yeah, the things they did should be respected.
Paul's
You're New York.
It's
You're a New York boy. Give him some love.
Nah. They can stay in Queens.
My manager's crazy. He always smokes dust. He's got his own room in the back of the bus. Come on, man. You don't like this shit, man. Come on.
You got center stage.
Yeah, hey, listen.
Karaoke with Dom. All right, next up we have Black Sabbath Paranoid Stereo UK first pressing. Sold for $275.
I think I had this album.
That's pretty reasonable.
I had this one.
seems like a lot of money for a single.
Yeah, right.
That's not a single. That should be
Is this the album?
the full album.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I had this back in the day. but not this one. I don't know. I know I had a whole bunch of Black Sabbath. Albums back in the day.
Next
Yeah,
up, Frank Sinatra autographed That's Life LP sold for $570.
Chairman.
That seems so cheap.
It does. My cousin hates Frank Sinatra. I'm like, why, man?
What the hell? How could you hate
I know,
goddamn
Frankie?
How could you hate this man?
I know.
How could you hate this man?
Did it my way. Come on, man. He had so many great fucking tunes, man.
Did you see that signature? It says for Carol Van Dyke. Is that any relation to Dick Van Dyke?
Depending?
I don't know.
I don't know. Huh. Interesting.
I always pick up anytime I see old Sinatra vinyl, I pick it up.
I can't read that. Warm regards,
Warm regards, yeah.
Frank Sinatra.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Next up, Iron Maiden
Nice.
signed Power Slave vinyl LP sold for $625.
I like that. I had that album, but not autographed.
2 Minutes to Midnight.
I guess this is my question. Would you rather have it signed on the back where there
Yes.
was clear room or
Yes.
on the front where it could be
Back.
displayed with the front of the album?
Front for sure.
Great songs on here. 2 Minutes to Midnight, Power Slave.
That's nice to get the full band
Ace
signatures.
High.
That's
Great album. Now, this is where Mr. Doolin
nice. Oh, yeah.
shows off some
Let me,
vinyls.
Show a few little interesting things. Burgess Meredith reads Ray Bradbury stories.
Wow.
Wow.
I buy anytime I find spoken word, especially like old sci-fi or stuff like that. I always pick it up because you find some really weird, interesting things of either authors reading their own works. So to hear stories in the author's own voice is a unique thing, especially for authors that are long past.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun. Or you get something fun like that where Mick is, going to read some Bradbury, which is always fun. I just threw up a nice little In the Wee Small Hours. Little Sinatra, because you had some Sinatra on the list. I just always love this cover.
Great cover.
And this is truly this was more of an art purchase for me a while back, but Sympathy for the Record Industry did these volume compilations.
I like that.
It's a Mark Ryden cover. Mark Ryden's one of my favorite
funny.
pop artists, and it's just a badass cover. It's a nice 2 LP. It's just a compilation from the label, bunch of different artists, but some good stuff.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
Man, that's all I got for you today.
I'll show a little bit from my collection.
Hey Joe, what was that 9.8 behind you?
The
What was the
up on the shelf is a Scott Blair Vampires versus Wolves signed.
That's cool.
He doesn't do a lot of work, and this is like the one Kickstarter he did, and then every now and then he'll do like a cover on a Kickstarter. So I kind of gobble up his stuff whenever I see it. It makes me laugh.
Well, I have a little Creed. Don't ask.
I hated Creed when they first came out, and I've
Really?
recently, because everybody
love
liked
Creed.
them, and I've recently gotten into them again. It was
I
Boomerang
picked up
effect.
the re-release of Rearview Mirror from Pearl Jam.
nice.
Oh, nice.
Little Foo Fighters greatest hits.
Yep.
There goes my hero.
The acoustic Everlong on that is amazing.
Yep.
And then I have a little 52nd Street from Billy Joel.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice.
And then I have the ultimate Sinatra.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm a huge
Was there
fan.
extra songs on that? Like, did they put extra songs, like new songs that were never released on like real albums? Sometimes, yeah.
No.
Demos or anything.
I don't believe so. I'm looking at the title track, the tracks.
It's always tough with when you're getting vinyl
Yeah.
because they're so limited with what, even on a 2 LP, you're still not getting much. When you used to buy CDs, they used to be able to cram so much in there. You'd get like a 6 CD set, and it was like, okay, this will take about 6 months to listen to because there's so much crap packed in there.
Mark Ryden did the Michael Jackson Dangerous artwork.
Wouldn't be surprised. Ryden's done a lot of stuff. Mostly it's what we like to call lowbrow, and some call it pop art, some call it lowbrow. But his stuff is fantastic. He has lots of pictures of raw meat and small children that look like Christina Ricci in a lot of his art.
Jeez. All right, next up, Dom's favorite segment. What's popping with Pops?
There we go.
First off, we have a Disney Store Mickey Mouse 2011 D23 exclusive PSA 7, sold for $11.25.
I think that's the first. I've never seen them graded before.
Yeah.
I know it's a thing.
It's a thing.
Yeah. I got graded.
You do?
Boba Fett.
Well done.
Couple of
Oh,
they're pretty cool.
yeah, I didn't see a lot of slide pictures of the graded case.
It's cool.
Yeah, cases are nice actually.
They are pretty nice, right?
Hey, leave Sailor Moon out of this conversation, buddy.
Also got an autographed Tamira Morrison, rated a 10.
Oof.
That's cool.
Wow.
So
Do you have to use 2 hands to sign? Because he's such an old man.
hey.
Shots fired.
Wow.
You know, think about Boba Fett, friggin' over in Rhode Island. We're gonna have Dan. What's his face? I can't even think of his name now. I'm freaking going blank. Daniel Logan is gonna be signing autographs.
It's like Frank at like 90 yelling at paparazzi. That's no job. Get a real job, you effing bums. All right, next up. Disney Store Buzz Lightyear 2012 Disney Store San Diego Comic-Con exclusive sold for $2,187.
The old Buzz Lightyear butthole mouth.
Yeah, I think last week I showed a plain Buzz Lightyear for like $200. That was just a plane with no.
And those
stickers.
the Disney collectors, man, they're all over these Disney pops.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, the only Disney pop I buy is the Stitch. That's it.
Nice. Next up, we have Winnie the Pooh Disney exclusive from San Diego Comic-Con. PSA 7.5 sold for $14.68.
Does that like have like the little velvety feel to it? Or
Yeah, it's
okay.
flocked.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's nice.
That's nice.
Nice touch.
And you see, look, that's a 7.5. Look how much it sold for. So
That's
just think
crazy.
if that was higher in grade.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, we say that all the time. I say that with all my 7.0 books. If it was only a 9.
By the way, this was not graded.
I wasn't graded. The other one's graded. I'm
not
saying the other one.
graded.
But I'm just saying the older boxes are very hard to come by to get them mint because of the wear and tear.
Yeah.
Yeah, those boxes are made like shit. It has to be hard to keep those in good shape.
The boxes themselves are easily damaged. So even stocking, you pull them out of a box, you stack them up, the corners automatically get dings and stuff like that really quick on the original boxes.
Wow.
So
Right. Next up, we have Dragon Ball Z Planet Alia Vegeta New York Comic Con exclusive PSA 8.5 sold for $4,250.
that was a Toy Tokyo exclusive from Comic Con. They have their own separate usually in Comic Con, and yeah, the Dragon Ball Z pops are really
That's crazy.
valuable.
Now I have to go to New York Comic Con every year to get these.
And that's an 8.5. So just think if that shit was a 10.
That's insane. Next up, we have Star Wars Luke Skywalker Freaky Tiki Fun Days exclusive. PSA 8.5 sold for $8,750.
It was given out at the Funko event. It was gold, only 80 pieces, and that was it. And a couple of people who sat down because they have events in San Diego Con, and they have like games and prizes, and they go around. They give bags to each table, and some people pulled that out. So basically, if you think about it, this one and the Darth Maul, holographic Darth Maul, and maybe the Ahsoka, the Hall H Ahsoka are the most expensive ones in the Star Wars collection. Funko Pops.
This is crazy.
I like to use my imagination and think of the type of individual that purchases super high dollar Funkos.
Hey,
it would be a very interesting.
I have my Boba Fett's, my $2,000 Boba Fett's up on top.
I'm talking about the people that would like
actually pay that
buy something like this in a 10 that would be like people that are out there buying $15,000-$20,000 Funkos. I just want to hang out with that person for about 10 to 15 minutes just to fish around in the brain, see what goes on there.
Is Mrs. Fetz in the background writing down how much these pops cost?
Nah, Mrs.
Fetz, shit. Nah. Well, she knows some of them are worth money. It's just that she just wants them the fuck out of the house.
They can be worth money somewhere else.
Exactly.
Oh,
I got the Joey Ramone one as a gift.
Nice. I bumped into Joey back in the 90s. It was one of the scariest experiences of my life. It was in between tour buses, and they were coming one direction, I was coming the other, and man, he is a scary man.
Wow. All right. That is the pops for this week. Next up, going once, going twice, sold. Continue our horror theme for comics sold on various auctions websites. First up, Adventures into the Weird Worlds, number 6 from Atlas 1952, CGC 7.5, off-white to white pages, sold for $1,680.
The hell? Why is he like half skeleton, half gorilla?
Yeah.
Still welcome to the Golden Age.
Weird World. Well, and all the sales on these books were within the last 2 weeks. Yeah, I like this cover.
Golden Age horror, especially around this time of year, always heats up.
Yep. Next up, Chilling Tales, number 13, Youthful Magazine, 1952, CGC 4.5, white pages. Sold for $1,140. How the hell do you have white pages on a 4.5?
I don't know. It has to be some messiness on the backside of that cover.
Yeah, because the cover doesn't look that bad at all.
No.
Oh, there's a huge chunk. Yeah, there's a big chunk.
Somebody was hungry. Rats.
You get a lot of chipping. It starts to get brittle, and you just start chipping like crazy.
How is that even horror?
Because it's Chilling Tales.
Chilling Tales.
I mean, he's trying to help the guy out of the hole in the ground. I mean,
he's a dead guy. He's green, dude. He's green. Way past expiration.
Oh, okay.
Next up, Tales of Terror, Annual number 1. From EC 1951, CGC 1.5.
EC all day long.
This is a C3 restoration. It was some color touch and some glue was used. Cream to off-white pages sold for $4,080.
I said it's such a shame because so many of these old Golden Age books are restored because at one point before people were putting stuff in slabs, restoration was acceptable. And, it was the thing. And now it's just, hey, here's your fucking purple label.
Yeah, and this was this contained, if you can't read it, is Contains Volta Horror 13, Crypto Terrorist 17, Weird Science 13, and Tales of the Crypt number 20.
I think on a book this old, I wouldn't even care if I got a purple label. I mean, it's just still a cool book.
It's a very cool book. Certain books you really don't care about the labeling.
No.
Hey, Brian.
Especially if you're putting in your personal collection, who gives a shit?
We have a Frankenstein number 1 from Marvel Comics, 1973, 9.8 white pages, sold for $4,320.
That's impressive for a bronze. That's impressive.
Yeah, I got a couple of these, but they're not 9/8. Jeez,
That's a nice book, though.
I mean, well, you know how bad Marvel and DC horror beat to shit because they've lived in dollar bins and 50-cent bins and quarter bins for years and years and years.
Yep.
Unbagged and unboarded.
Yeah, 9/8's pretty impressive for a book like this.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's always nice to see those books. I get a 9/8 in those books, just the way the black and the green. I like how the black and green really meshes nicely on that book.
Yeah.
Huh. Great book. Next up, Ghost Comics, number 6, from Fiction House, 1953, CGC 4.5, off-white to white pages, sold for $2,640.
that's not bad. I'm a Fiction House sucker. I love Planet Comics, love Ghost, love cowgirl romances, love fight comics. All of the Fiction House stuff is some of my favorite Golden Age stuff, and it always goes for a grip.
Yep. And that concludes our horror books for this month. And we will be back to hunting down rare variants and rare covers next week.
I really think that the Marvel monster books are definitely going to get a course correction. I think they're going to wind up picking up value.
I think if we start getting some monster movies and stuff,
Could be. Yeah, I know DC's horror books are more coveted than Marvel Bronze Age.
Yeah.
At this point, so I pick them both up when I see them. Doesn't hurt.
DC definitely has a better horror pedigree.
Yeah. Next up, After the Rip. Look at some graded cards from various different sources. First up, Japanese 2021 Master of Chaos Prismatic Secret PSA 10 sold for $205. Gotta catch them. You. Next up, Crush Card Virus Promo 1999 Japanese PCA 8 sold for $3.99. Corona. Oh.
That's what it is.
Disavow. You were doing so well.
So these are all Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah, these are all Yu-Gi-Oh. Usually I do
That's something I know
thing,
nothing
but
about.
I let someone else do the slides this week. I'm not gonna say who.
I think some of this stuff, it's just the timing of stuff that as it comes out. I had no exposure to this because it's after I was collecting stuff.
I still have a lot of my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I just gotta find them. Next up, we have Yu-Gi-Oh! Japanese Thousand Eyes Restrict PSA 10 sold for $438.
Man.
2007 Magician of Black Chaos Secret Rare PSA 10 sold for $559.
Yeah, it's nice all these cards are rated 10, gem mint, man.
Yeah, a lot of these cards are. It's crazy. And this card wasn't even that hard to find.
But find it in gem mint.
Yeah.
That's
So,
the thing.
Remember the borders, how it's straight. It's come crooked, cut wrong. It's like,
It's got to be centered.
yep, very soon.
and last card is Blue Eyes White Dragon from the Millennium Pack. Pristine 10
Now,
BGS.
do you like the Beckett card, graded card holders, or you like the PSA
I like the PSA better.
better?
Yeah.
I truthfully, I like the CGC grading on cards.
You do? Oh,
Maybe
it's the way they put the big numbers and
maybe it's just my bad comic, OCD. When I see a little card slab and it's a CGC one, I'm like, oh, it just registers to me. That's good. Like the PSA, it's like I got to sit there and get a different set of glasses out and look at it and everything else.
Centering a 10, edges a 10, corners a 9.5. What? How to get a perfect 10 if the corners are 9.5? Shenanigans. Surface 10, still glossy. All right,
I've got
next
so
up,
many- yeah.
Weapon. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I have so many cards I want to submit, but I can't figure out who to submit them to. I guess I need to just get a PSA account.
Send them CGC.
Yeah.
I don't like I said, I don't know who. When there's so many different companies that do this stuff, there has to be one that holds a premium. I'm guessing it would be PSA holds a premium
Yeah.
for cards,
PSA.
at least sports cards. But I don't know with these cards. Maybe it's not as important. I don't know. It'd be interesting. One of these days we'll all look into that and try to figure that out. with all these grading things, for each category of collectible, what grading service carries the premium?
Yep. All right, and the last segment of the show, Flaming Hot covers for next week, which would be November 1st. For you guys that are Wednesday Warriors at the comic shop. Number 10.
Not me.
What we said, Doc?
Unfortunately, not me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. You'll catch up one day. Blood Commandment number 1, Kodransky homage variant to the Lost Boys. Isolated, surrounded by a dense forest where the sunlight cannot reach. It's not much fun to live there unless you happen to be a vampire.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I'm not going to complain about a Lost Boys homage.
Yeah, I really like this cover a lot.
I was trying to figure out what it was, and now I see it.
Yeah, it hits you when you see it, and you're like, "What?"
Yeah.
Then the brain starts working.
Yep.
All right. Number 9,
Nice.
Buffy the Last Vampire Slayer number 4, the 1 in 25 Patridge variant.
Yes, Skylar Patridge.
This is nice.
Really nice. It's a area because Boom still does Buffy, right?
Yes.
Yeah. There's people love Buffy and Firefly. That's the whole Joss Whedon cult of love there for these characters, which I understand. I used to watch Buffy and Angel, and I love Firefly as well. But with them bringing back Buffy and doing that, there might be some value in some of those Buffy books out there because they crank out a lot of ratios, a lot of cool covers.
I might have the original run of Buffy complete.
Dark Horse.
Yes.
Yeah, I've got all of season 8. The when Boom started with Buffy, like every issue had like 10 covers.
Yeah, and all the ratios and everything like that. And I refuse to believe that there's that many stores that are buying that many covers of Buffy that they're getting those ratios.
At number 8, Ghost Lord number 6, the Murakami Unlockable Virgin variant. I love a good priest on the cover.
It's a nice cover.
I like the hands; those are pretty cool.
Yeah, and then she's wearing a razor blade around her neck.
Oh, nice.
I haven't read any of the series yet. I've seen some of the covers; they were nice, but I haven't dug into it yet.
Number 7. Predator vs. Wolverine, the second printing, the 1 in 25 McNiven variant. Shut up.
Thanks, Marvel. Hey, look! At least it's color.
Oh, yeah, I just noticed that.
And it's not repurposed art.
Oh, actually, knew it. Unless it's a panel. No. Not a
I
panel.
wouldn't be surprised if it's not some interior. Well, it's McNiven. McNiven, I don't think did the interiors.
Yeah, I don't think that was interior. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good book.
It doesn't look familiar.
It's selling really well. I mean, it's still selling quite well. People dig it.
Yeah, it's a good read. Very good read.
Yeah, people love Wolverine. They love Predator.
Yep.
And it's nice for a mini series. Just a nice little mini. You don't
Mhm.
have to carry that story with you anywhere else. Just enjoy it.
Predators attack the X-Men. You know they're going to do this with every character.
Yeah, but nobody's gonna give a shit about anybody but Wolverine.
Number 6.
Cool time.
White Widow number 1. The 1 in 50 Lyrics Lee Virgin variant.
I just rearranged my books the other day and just created a spot in a short box that's just a lyrics tab with stuff. Because I was like, I can get close to filling a short box with just
Wow.
lyric stuff. So I'm
Yeah.
just gonna use that divider.
She does some pretty good stuff.
Really good. At number 5. Spider Boy number 1, the 1 in 50 AHA
I love it.
variant.
So that's coming
I-
out next week.
I
Yes.
love the simplicity of AHA. I always do. Some people just don't like it, but I don't know. I like AHA.
Take
Too
on
bad
Me
I'm
was a
gonna
pretty
get
good
this-
song.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
awesome.
I ordered this the same night that Red did the FOC on this.
Yep.
Just saying. FOC ordered.
Oh, all right. So, Goody Two Shoe over there ordered on the FOC. Okay,
Hey, I threw it up on Get Off My Lawn
I know.
as well, up on IG well before, because this thing initially, it's like a damn American Psycho 1 in 10. You couldn't find it anywhere, and if you could, it was marked up to all hell. Then all of a sudden, like 5 days later, it started popping up, and you could buy it at Ratio pre-order. And I was like, "Oh, I'm in." And people love their Spider Boy.
So is buying 5 of the White Widow.
Every year needs a
He's buying
toast.
10. At number 4,
Yeah.
Savage Red Sonja number 1, the 1 in 10 Adams line art.
This title is my favorite Red Sonja title going on right now, because the covers, starting with this and working their way through, are phenomenal.
Mhm.
All the artists on them, such good covers. Frank Cho's doing great covers. Dan Fasone's is doing great covers. It's really, if you're hunting for covers and you're buying Dynamite, so of course you're just buying it for fucking covers.
I never
It's
understood Dynamite, where they get the money to print so many covers and who buys them.
the ratios are there. I just love their weird ratios. I love the 1 in 7s, the 1 in 14s, the one.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
it's fun. You know, the 1 in 30s. You get the 1 in 30s all the time too. But yeah, I just like, they have great art and they pull in great artists. So if you really like the artist, you can find something within your price range. You can buy just the plain old trade if you want to spend $4 because you like the cover, or you can, you get the black and white, you can get the red, you can get the whatever other bells and whistles they fucking have, or
Well,
Virgin or things like that.
This one's on Midtown right now for like $8. So
Yeah.
if you don't have it, it's there.
Go grab it. Now we're going into the top 3 comics of the list. I wonder if you can guess number 1.
Taylor Swift.
Ah. At number 3, we had Red Light number 1, the Jeff the Cow cover.
I believe with some of the later, I
cover.
think it's this run for Red Light. I think there's some erotic film homage covers in the later issues that are coming. I'm ashamed I know that.
Not saying a word.
But the decal I think on number 2 is really hot too. But anytime you get like an AWA, there's just not a lot of these printed. Not a lot out there, especially there will be with number 1. But as you work through, it'll be less and less. And if DeCall's still putting out covers for this series and you collect all 4, if you're a DeCall collector, it's nice.
I'm surprised Store didn't do a version of this cover.
Yeah, it's AWA. A lot of people don't really mess with it.
Oh.
They have good stories though.
Yeah.
I think there's Frank Cho cover for this as well.
At number 2, it's Jeff. The Jeff first number 1, the Zulu variant. I love this cover so much.
Jeff all the
I
way.
pre-ordered a small stack of these.
I'm all in on
You
Jeff.
did.
I good for you, because I am all in on Jeff. Fuck that. It's Jeff went 3 printings, like 5 months apart.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. The third
There
printing
were
just came out.
no
I think,
ratios
last
for
week.
the series at all.
Yep.
No
Huh?
ratios at all for this.
This was the best cover of the 3, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think
And Zulo's hot now too after those Trick or Treat covers.
Yep.
Trick or Treat covers are amazing.
And
And
a lot of
the
people
number
will
1,
sleep on this one.
they will. Then they'll be like, "Oh, I didn't see it."
Yeah.
And the number 1 book,
Mhm.
number 1 cover. Of course, it's a DC book. You guys know that already.
Bias.
Batman.
All's right in the universe.
Put it out there.
There's only been like what one DC book on the list so far. If that,
Catwoman lyrics cover.
which
What
one?
do we got? Catwoman lyrics.
Maybe not.
Is that what it is?
At number 1,
Oh, yep.
There it is.
Oh,
Kendrick
that's the
Lamb.
Kendrick. Yeah, Kendrick Lim.
I haven't seen
Batman,
it.
Catwoman, the Gotham War, Scorched Earth number 1, the Lim foil variant. Woohoo!
I love Lim. I think I have a like Dark Multiverse Batgirl Lim cover that I love. He doesn't get a lot of work so much anymore. I don't see him doing too much, but when he works well.
There's a foil of this, isn't there? Oh yeah,
It is
yeah,
a
foil.
foil.
Okay.
Only like $10.
You know my feeling of the DC foils. That would go non-foil.
DC foils have been better.
I like the spot, like when they did the Fire and Ice, the Smallville Fire and Ice, they did a spot foil, which I thought was really sharp. But the full foil
Mhm.
it just feels dull to me.
Yeah, the Nakayama one for Fire and Ice. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I love Lim's stuff, and he knows how to draw a lady.
All right.
Cakes.
Thank you everyone for showing up another Friday with me. I know everyone's out there trick or treating, having fun with their kids. You know, some of you adult men out there in costumes too, by yourself.
I can
That's
tell you
not
one thing
cool.
today. I seen a lot of kids wearing Spider-Man costumes today. About 5 or 6 kids with Spider-Man costumes,
Mhm.
and one had a cape. So I think he was Super Spider-Man. So I think he had a cape on too with the Spider-Man on. But yeah,
Are y'all
small
seeing-
kids.
Maybe it's just a little slow.
Man.
People are
Yeah.
trick or treating this early.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
parties.
kids have it tomorrow
Parties.
night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of kids are trick or treating this weekend.
Jeez.
Yeah, because Halloween, the actual Halloween, they try to keep their kids in because there's a lot of mischief shit that happens on Halloween. You know, people just a bunch of friggin' idiots.
But
I don't know. I'm just happy because it's going to be like 70 degrees tomorrow for trick or treating
It
versus
was literally 75
versus
yesterday. So
versus
humid.
Halloween where it's going to be like 40 degrees here. So I'm like,
I'll take the
great.
40
I don't
degrees in
have,
the fucking snow.
I don't
Yeah,
have to
snow.
freeze my stones off out there.
So, Monday I will be our last horror Halloween show, and also I will be doing maybe a few giveaways for reaching over 200 subs. You know, a few.
I've been a very bad boy. I haven't sent out my giveaways that people won.
Dude,
I have got to get to it.
Boy.
You know,
uh,
a lot of shit that's going on. I got to get them out. I'm trying to get them out tomorrow if I'm not busy tomorrow.
so I will be giving away a few maybe indie books, some Marvel, some DC, maybe about 3 to 4 giveaways throughout the show,
Nice.
and maybe a slab at the end of the show. So subscribe, like, comment, and enjoy your weekend, guys. Have a good night.